So what is up with the current Long Island real estate market? Here's how things look in early March. First, the market is relatively balanced. As you know, this is coming off almost 2 years where the market hugely favored sellers and life was brutal for buyers. But while there is balance in most market segments, when desirable homes are priced correctly and buyers clearly see that value, we're seeing them sell super quickly and with multiple offers. I've seen homes get more than 20 offers this year already. This shows that there's huge pent-up demand out here, which shouldn't come as a surprise. This is Long Island. There's always pent-up demand here, and that is not going to change anytime soon, if ever. We have too few homes for way too many people and very little building that's going on. Of the 32 counties that surround New York City, Suffolk and Nassau rank 31 and 32 for new builds. We do not like new building out here. But if homes aren't priced well, they're just sitting. Pricing is always important and will affect both whether you sell and your selling price, but in a market like this, pricing well is essential, and if it's done poorly, you will feel it. The reason the market is balanced is based on two things. The first is that mortgage rates are up. The Fed has raised rates to fight inflation and will likely do so again. And while mortgage rates aren't pegged to the Fed's overnight lending rate, there's a huge correlation between the two. And higher rates means there are fewer buyers on the market. When rates come down, which is expected to happen once the Fed gets a handle on inflation, you can expect buyers to flood the market. This will make buying harder, but you'll likely see more sellers decide to sell as well. We'll have to see how this plays out. The second reason the market is balanced is that the majority of homeowners locked in super low interest rates during the COVID insanity, and they don't want to give them up. If you look at this chart, that big spike is the number of homeowners with mortgages at 3%. Rates that low are historically unusual and only happen because the Fed kept them artificially low for a long period of time to keep the economy humming during COVID. Nationally, home prices have fallen in some places, they just haven't fallen in all of them. That's because all real estate is hyper-local. We might all have the same interest rates, but how we respond to those rates varies radically by market. As you can see here on this chart, the bright red areas are where home prices have fallen the most, and they've fallen because it was those areas where prices exploded during COVID. But on Long Island, things are different. Median prices are barely down from their peaks, and prices are up year over year. For example, here's what things look like in a few Suffolk County school districts as of January for freestanding homes. In Smithtown, median prices were up 11.44% year over year. In Comac, they're up 4.4%. In the Three Village District by 1.23%, and Half Hollow Hills by 5.9%. That is your market report. If you have any questions about anything, I am always here. I love this stuff and would be happy to answer any of your questions. If you're ready to sell or buy yourself or know anyone else who is, I'd be more than happy to help them sell for top dollar or buy as wisely and well as possible.